Alrighty guys, 'tis I, ChrissieGirl, and welcome to part 4 of my LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 to 4 playthrough. We've just learnt how to use Lumos to get rid of Devil Snare tentacles. So obviously we can now access this area over here. I don't think we actually need to be over here at the moment, so I'm really just exploring this section and collecting studs, so not much going on over here at all. Oh wait a minute, I am supposed to be over here. Forgive me, I was wrong. I definitely don't remember that much about this game. But I am kind of glad I can get over it now. Lot of lamps, lot of torches to light up, and obviously lighting them all up gets you something cool, so worthwhile doing it, I think. But we can't go up that staircase yet. You're blocked off from going up that staircase, I believe, so I wouldn't bother with that just yet. So at the moment I'm just collecting studs. I do apologise, it is quite not the most exciting thing to watch, me collecting studs. But it's just one of those habit things, I've always done it. I probably will do it when I get around to recording years 5 to 7. And yeah, can't even go up there yet, so there's only one way we can go, and that is obviously where Nearly Headless Nick has gone. You know, after I'm done collecting studs, even I'm beginning to find it tedious to watch me constantly collecting studs, but hey, that's just the way I play. I literally cannot walk by a stud without picking it up. It's just me. So anyway, once you're done with collecting studs, well, once I'm done with collecting studs. Okay, I can't do it that way. Then we'll be able to use Lumos to get down here to the dungeons. And we all know who resides in the dungeons. None other than my favourite character in the series, Professor Snape. If you've seen the last film, you'll know why I love Professor Snape so much. He's just such a deep character in my mind. I mean, oh no, I won't talk about it. I'll save it until years 5 to 7 and I'll discuss it there. But you just never know what side this guy is on. Let's just leave it at that. He's a douchebag. He's a douchebag, but you just don't know what his intentions are and all that. And that's one of the reasons why I like this guy so much. He's just such an interesting character to me. Even if he's a douchebag and I hate, you know, behaviour like his. Oh, I'm not going to deny it. Professor Snape is a bully, and I do despise bullies. You know, I'll make no secret of that. I really despise bullying. But I can sort of assuage my guilt for that by just reminding myself that Snape's a fictional character and so is Harry, and, you know, there was a perfectly reasonable explanation for the bullying in the end. Without going into detail as to what that actually is. But yeah. He's probably one of the few bullying sort of characters that I actually like. You know, he's a douchebag, but he's a douchebag I like. And honestly, I mean, there's going to be loads of people who are probably going to comment now saying he's not a douchebag, he's a blah 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 blah. I'm sorry I had to say that to prevent me from spoiling things. Yeah. Obviously the point here is to gather the 3 ingredients so that you can make a potion. Pretty self-explanatory. Relatively easy to find, all the ingredients. They're just scattered around the classroom. Like I say, the video footage will show off where they all are anyway. But yeah. No doubt I'll get loads of flames saying Snape is not a douchebag, he's a... Censored. Censored for spoilers. And yeah, I agree with that. That's one of the other reasons why I like him so much. You know, it's just very complex in my mind. And I love him for it. And seriously, you cannot deny, no matter what happens, you cannot deny the fact that Snape was a douchebag to Harry. He always was. I mean, the movies kind of make it seem like he's not as much of a douchebag to Harry, but if you read the books, he is a douchebag. And I seriously love that word, douchebag. It's just brilliant. It's one way of saying an insult without, you know, swearing about it. That potion is a strength potion. It obviously, if you don't have Hagrid with you and you have a lever to pull, if there's a strength potion nearby, you can boost your strength up to Hagrid's level, and thus you can pull the lever open without needing him. You'll know when you've still got the strength in your system because you walk around and you've got this like glittery line behind you. That's Hermione has, and no longer has now. Ah. Oh, you see that kid there with the character load thing in his hand? He's being a twit. So just zap him with a couple of spells. He's gonna run all the way down here after zapping him a couple of times. Use Wingardium Leviosa. Let loose the snake. Kid who's going to run away, and you're going to get the Gryffindor girl character. Another useless character, but not as useless as girl. Because at least this character's got a house. I don't know why you'd need a Gryffindor boy and a Gryffindor girl character when you've got so many characters to choose from. Gryffindor-wise. I mean, you've got Neville Longbottom, Seamus Finnegan, Lavender Brown, Dean Thomas. There's plenty of characters to enter the Gryffindor house with, not to mention the main trio. I can kind of understand the need for a Ravenclaw boy, Ravenclaw girl, Hufflepuff, Slytherin. You know, if you're looking to enter those houses, which you can in this game. You can actually enter the Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff and Slytherin houses. You didn't even get to see inside the Ravenclaw and Slytherin. No, Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff. You do get to see inside Slytherin's house, just not Hufflepuff's. Or Ravenclaws for that matter. Yeah, you can actually see inside their houses in this game. I don't know if it's an accurate depiction, but it's the nearest we're gonna get. Yeah. Oh, I'm just going around there getting more studs. 'Tis what I do. We're actually meant to be going outside now to a, I believe it's a herbology lesson. You can save that student there by knocking the books out and climbing up to that student. That gate there leads to the library. You'll never ever need to go into the library, you know, outside of levels. So really that's an alternate, you know, area of Hogwarts that you can explore if you want, but it isn't 100% necessary. Levitate that thing into that thing's mouth, and it's going to open a new gate for you. This is going to lead you outside. This is where we need to go. And these little flowers, sorry, they give you studs. That's why I'm shooting them. I'm absolutely terrible for studs. But anyway, let's go. And I really do apologise, I'm terrible for collecting these things. It's not like I'm actually going to buy anything, it's just... I just like collecting them. Like, there's something lying around, I've got to pick it up! Pick it up! We're not actually even supposed to be going this way. There's the Weasley twins. Don't know if you saw them. And yeah, these suits of armour give you so much stuff. It's way past cool. And yes, that was a Sonic quote. Way past cool. Oy vey. There we go. So we want to move across the courtyard. After I go on a crazy stud collecting spree. Because that is me all over. Can't remember where that leads to. There's another owl, which you can give the unlockable red brick to. There's one in practically every area, if I remember correctly. But I don't remember how to get all of them. So yeah, there's these three bullies picking on the kid. So let's defend him. Zap these losers back to hell. I really detest bullying. So it feels good to teach those kids a lesson. Stupid brats. There's a golden cauldron over there. We won't be using that for a while. Not until we learn a later potion. Which actually won't be until we reach year 2. So, yeah. So, Lumos. Let's go out to herbology. You can zap all these flowers for studs. They don't give you an enormous amount of studs. And the flowers are supposed to make Hogwarts look pretty. And we're zapping them. Now imagine if the students who do this would actually get done for vandalism. If you're struggling to aim, just, you know, aim. I don't see how that looks pretty. It's just like a great big vine with a tiny flower on the top. Oy vey. All these plants to zap. But seriously, you get loads and loads of studs from this. And no, Lumos actually don't affect these vines. And if you get too close to them, they're going to grab you. And they're going to leech the life out of you. No matter how hard I try, this Lumos just simply isn't working. I thought Lumos was supposed to work on all Devil Snare. Oh no! Yeah. We've got to learn a new spell to take out these, I imagine. So no matter how hard I try, I simply can't defeat them. At the time, I actually didn't know what I was supposed to do. I thought Lumos actually could defeat them. But it can't, so you've got to learn a new spell to actually take out those particular kinds of Devil Snare. Who knew that there were different kinds of Devil Snare tentacles? I didn't. There's a plant with a big gob there. You feed it a bunch of things, it'll eat it. And last thing, I think. And it's gonna die. Just gives you a bunch of studs. I thought it gave you more than that, but obviously it doesn't. That field there can't be gotten into because it's a different area entirely. Right, so let's go into herbology. Oh, we're actually playing with these plants now, but we couldn't even defeat them outside, woman. Gotta love how they have special sunglasses now. Uh-oh. This isn't going to end well. Apologies. Someone went down the wrong hole. So anyway, if you're not supposed to be able to beat this guy outside, how the hell are we supposed to beat this thing? Well, believe it or not, we can. Now. How? Well, we have now got a stronger Lumos spell. What was the point of learning the other Lumos spell if it wasn't strong enough and we were going to learn another one to increase our, its strength? This is Lumos Solem. If you watched the first movie, towards the end, you may remember Hermione using it to save Ron. Yeah. I'm not in a hurry to save Ron here. I'm just going to collect some studs. Yes, you can probably guess this never actually happened noteworthy in the book or film. No mention of it at all, of Ron getting kidnapped by evil plants. But, it's a good way of learning a new spell. I mean, they're not going to mention every single tiny lesson they have at Hogwarts, are they? Otherwise you'd never finish the book. The book would be about a year long. So obviously, you need to use Lumos Solem to rescue Ron. But as I already mentioned, I'm not in a hurry. I can be perfectly patient. There's several of these little plants scattered around. Very easy to take out now. I'm just going to zap this thing. And all of this for more studs. I do apologise again. God, I can't stop apologising. I'm a stunt maniac. That's just the way I am. So, I believe this is how you take out that thing in order to get to Ron. That barrier. Right! Right, now we can get to Ron. Just gonna zap all these plants around him. I'm not in a hurry. Ron can stay there for a little bit. He's a tough geezer. He can handle it. And let's rescue him now. I'm pretty sure he's had enough. And that's Lumos Solem, our native spell to replace the original Lumos. And that's another gold brick. And with that being said, let's head outside and see you in the next part.